to hillsborosports.com. Stay with us for more.
The Deer Pushers Association of America is a group dedicated to raise funds in support of educational programs, wildlife habitat enhancement and acquisition, and the preservation of the shooting sports and hunting tradition for future generations. They serve Northern Orange, Southern Person, and all of Central North Carolina. To learn more about the Deer Pushers Association of America, contact Skinny Laws or Seth King directly. The Deer Pushers Association of America, killing tomorrow's trophies today.
Okay, it is going to be fourth down as we come back to action here, with Orange leading this one 41-0 with a running clock. They stopped the clock for the timeouts, however. 4th and 8 from the Orange 40. And here's Martin looking, just launches it up for grabs, and it will be intercepted. Picked off. It was Mervante Beasley who got it, and he stepped out of bounds close to the 25. But Beasley winds up with a pick. That's Orange's second interception this year. Alex Long had the first one. And so that pick will keep Cummings off the scoreboard for now, and Orange will get it back at the 25. We think that was Hunter Pettiford. Shane with his investigative work. Now, Hunter is one of the star running backs for the Orange JV football team, but tonight he's seeing time as a linebacker. Should see some backup offensive linemen in the game for Orange as well as we move on. I believe I see Noah Robinson out there as a wide receiver. Coming to the near side, Sebastian Flores is in. Rodney Brooks already in. Chris Eubanks is in as a wingback, and we got a fumble on the snap. Ball is free, and the ball was picked up by a Cummings player, and Cummings recovers it. Brooks never could field it cleanly. It was 56 who got in there. Brandon Huss actually was the one who fumbled it, and it was Talmay Tate who recovered it. And now Cummings has a chance to score for the first time this year. They have the ball at the Orange 11-yard line after that fumble. Second fumble by Orange in as many possessions. Jackson Fuqua is in the game defensively for Orange. Martin leads the troops out on first down from the 11. Bootleg rollout to the left. Martin now launches it up, and it is incomplete and intercepted at the 10, 15 to the 20, 25, 30, 35 to the 40, at the 45, and down goes Rodney Cates. Looked like it could have been a 100-yard return for a touchdown, but he was tracked down from behind. And the chance for a score for Cummings for the first time this year goes by the boards. Rodney Cates with the interception. Rodney usually is the backup quarterback, but he has gone out tonight. Brandon Huss is now in the backup role, and Orange returns it all the way out to the Cummings 48. The return was good for 50 yards. Cates picked that one off officially at the 2. So Orange gets it back at the Cummings 48. Noah Robinson in there. Rodney Cates is back in at quarterback now. And let's see who else we have in there. Ryan Puckett, I believe, still in as a fullback. So the starting fullback in for Orange. Cates barks out the signals. And the handoff is going to go to Jalen Jones at the 45-40. Jalen Jones, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown. And how's that for a spark? Jalen Jones, his first carry of the year, and it works for 48 yards, and Orange leads 47-0. Boy, Jalen Jones has got underrated speed. Keep in mind, that's about the fifth-string running back in there for Orange. But Jalen, once he gets in the open field, he may not be the biggest in the world, but his 5'10", 163-pound frame got down the field in a hurry, and Orange winds up scoring. So Jalen Jones adds on to the rushing totals. He joins the touchdown club in this one. Orange has had 7 different players score touchdowns tonight. Extra point, McKinley up. It was almost blocked. McKinley went down. The kick, was it good or not? The officials haven't indicated anything. Should be a good kick. flag was thrown by the head official. Now he signals the field goal. The extra point was good, and a roughing the kicker call coming up against Cummings. We're going to pause for a timeout. 48-yard touchdown run by Jalen Jones, and Orange leads this one going away. It's 48-0 on HillsboroSports.com.
The Carolina Hilltopper Foundation is helping to expand the game of lacrosse in North Carolina. Through their efforts, several local middle school programs have been able to join the lacrosse world, and travel teams have produced 8 Division I players and many Division II and III players, including several Orange and Cedar Ridge players enjoying successful collegiate careers. The fall season isn't far away. To register, visit hilltopperlax.com.
Jalen Jones had a cameo against Person. Don't think he played. I don't think he got a carry in that game, but boy, he made his presence felt there on a 48-yard touchdown run. Jalen had some good carries last year in garbage time, and he showed off one there as Orange now leads 48-0. We're in the final minute of the third quarter. Wobbly kick goes through the end zone after the 15-yard mark-off. Easy touchback. Francisco McKinley kicked that one off from the Cummings 45. Cummings now with the ball, 1st and 10 from its own 20. In case you're wondering how he got so quickly through this third quarter, they are playing with a running clock here. We started playing with a running clock after Orange went into the second quarter up 34-0. And the coaches pretty much agreed there was no sense in delaying the inevitable, and Cummings is still looking for its first points. They have some tough ones coming up, too. Can't wait for that Carborough-Cummings matchup on October 7th. That should be someone has to win. That should be a good one. Next week, Cummings takes on Smith over in Greensboro. That'll be here, actually. And that's going to end the third quarter. So we'll move on to the fourth quarter. The score is Orange leading Cummings 48-0 on HillsboroSports.com.
Where did you say we're going after church today?
Jay's Chicken Shack on North Church Street, Hillsboro.
What's there?
Oh, they have deep pressure fried chicken. It's a delicious recipe with great flavoring. They have great grilled chicken pitas. You can put gyro meat on there with a salad.
That's great. I can't wait to.
Plus, they have breakfast all day, including Saturday and Sunday, and they have delicious beef ribs, hamburgers, and chicken gizzards.
Okay, thanks, Dad. I have to get dressed.
And for dessert, they have homemade banana pudding and peach cobbler, plus Hershey's ice cream, which you'll just love.
Thank you, Dad.
They customize also all their sandwiches with whatever toppings you want, and now they deliver within a 3-mile radius. They're family-owned in Hillsboro.
Mom!
Jay's Chicken Shack is open 7 days a week at 646 North Churton Street in Hillsboro. Call 919-732-3591 and ask about their catering services.
And it is the longest run of the night for Cummings as we come back to start the fourth quarter with Orange up 47-0. Run right up the gut. That was by 25 to Quan Jones, who took it straight up the middle and took it for 12 yards. So Jones now has 15 yards rushing. Still got a long way to go to get Cummings in the positive side in terms of total yardage. 1st and 10 now from the Cummings 32. And now running to the outside, this is Martin, 35 to the 40. Martin, 45 to the 50. And Austin Martin is in Orange territory. Well, that's going to help out a little bit more there. Again, we talked about the lingering storylines in this one. One of them was answered at the beginning of the second quarter. That's when a running clock got started. So the other one was, can Cummings score? They haven't scored yet this season. And there, good play by Austin Martin, working for 20 yards. He's now at negative 39 yards rushing on the night. And that brings us a 1st and 10. Orange has one starter on the defensive line right now. We'll see who else is in there. 1st and 10 And it's going to be Martin keeping himself. He'll dash to the outside, but the orange shirts wind up catching up with him there. Martin stepped ahead for 2. Keep in mind we have a running clock here. Taken down there. See who some of the backups are here. I believe that's Hunter Pettiford in. We have Colin Gutensberger who's in. He was just in there last night. We talked about him earlier. He's in there right now. Jackson Fuqua is in. I think that's Isaac Bailey in the game there for Orange. See Isaac Bailey, Gutensberger. See who else we can find in there in just a second. Second down, 8 to go. Martin takes a high snap, now hands it off, and Jones is clobbered at the line and goes down quickly. On the tackle there was Jeremiah Bailey, who's in there. Bailey, 5'8", 188-pound sophomore. We talked about how we're likely to see some 8-quarter players in there. Those are players called up from junior varsity to play 8 quarters of varsity football a year. That's to help out with staffing issues, but you can only play 8, and you have to be either a freshman or a sophomore, and that's the case with Gutensberger, that's the case with Bailey, and a few others out there right now. All right, 3rd and 7. Orange up 48-0. Martin meets a blitz, going to launch it long, deep down the field. The pass is intercepted by Rodney Cates again. Picked it off at the 10. He's got open field ahead to the 20. Cates proceeds carefully to the 30. Cates up to the 40-yard line. Ball almost wrestled out of his arms, but Cates finally goes down at the 45. Rodney Brooks with the interception. So Rodney Brooks with his 2nd pick of the night. And that ends what had been the most promising drive by far of the evening for Cummings. And we're going to have some new players come in as well. Brandon Huss is in at quarterback. And that's going to keep Mr. Martin at 2 of 15 on the night passing. And we're going to have a timeout called here by Orange. Timeout on the field. We'll pause for this as you're listening to HillsboroSports.com.
Our vehicles wind up in accidents from time to time, but where should you go if the exterior of your vehicle is damaged? Look no further than the folks over at Cardin's Body and Paint Shop, located at Highway 157 in Caldwell. For over 30 years, William, Greg, John, and Dennis have been taking care of the people in Caldwell and their vehicles whenever they've been caught up in a fender bender. So contact the folks at Cardin's Body and Paint Shop if your car winds up in an accident. Call 919-732-6611. That's 919-732-6611.
And Brandon Huss is in the game at quarterback for Orange as we resume play with Orange getting the ball after the Rodney Brooks interception at the 45. Brandon Huss at quarterback, and he fumbled the ball. Ball free, and Huss recovered it. There's a new center in the game for Orange, and he and Huss clearly has some things to work out there. They're trying to get the center snap exchange down. I believe that is 67 in there as the center. 61. Well, we don't have him in there either. That's great. Oh, well. It's always the quarterback's fault whenever something like that happens. Well, I'll believe you. But that's a former offensive lineman saying that, so keep in mind, folks. That was Shane Thompson providing that commentary. Here's the toss going to the outside, and with it, Alex Long getting a rare carry. He used to be a regular running back for Orange, but here he's taken down for a loss. Back at the 36. Running clock here, so we have 7 more minutes remaining in this game. And Orange is up 48-0. They've been going with a running clock since the beginning of the second quarter. Loss was of 7 that time. So it'll be 3rd down. Going to be 3rd and 19. Lots of players to mark up in the box score for this one tomorrow. Or tonight, I should say. Orange will get ready for Western Guilford next week in what could be an interesting game. Eubanks in as the